Hi, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you real quickly how to replace a broken hinge on a lid of a VW California fridge, so stay tuned. Okay, hi there, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to show you real quick how to replace the fringe, well hopefully it's going to be real quick, how to replace the fringe lids on a VW, the hinges on the lid of the fringe, what is a fringe? A fridge hinge? A fringe? No, I'm going to show you how to replace the hinges on a fridge lid of a VW California. The first part of this video is really poor quality because it was recorded with a GoPro and the light wasn't great. Hopefully this second one, the second part of the video is going to be a lot clearer when I actually put the new hinges back on again. So bear with that first part for a minute. I'll try and make it as short with as much information in as possible. So let's start by taking off the old hinge and showing you what's happened to that. I am at home on the driveway at the moment in the camper van because we have a problem with the fridge. So I'm just going to show you quickly, hope you can see this okay. So you can see there that the fridge, the hinge, something's gone wrong with the hinge. I'm not quite sure what, so I'm going to try and fix it, and this may be a little bit useful for those that have had the same problem. So first thing I need to do is try and get the hinge or the lid off, and I think it's using two little bolts here. So let's see if I've got a tool that can do that first, so back in a minute. I have finally received the hinges, so what I've just shown you was really badly recorded on my GoPro. I'm going to try and do this one a bit clearer. So the fridge hinge is broken. The cost for the hinges on the one of the official parts, I can't remember the website, it was a VW or a campervan spares and repairs website, was like £60 or £70 just for the hinge, and I'm sure it comes from VW anyway, which is why it's so expensive. So what I've done instead is a bit of research online, and somebody recommended going to a company in Germany, and they are called Heimwerker Tools, I think. So that was the name of the company, and I got two hinges plus delivery for about, I think it was about €45. I'll put the figure that I actually paid in here and how much it was in pounds. So I now have a spare hinge. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to real quick show you how to get the hinges out. You have to be very careful with these, and it's just a simple swap over, but it's not that complicated. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So the tool we need is one of these. It's basically an Allen key. So I'm using it on just on the end of a screwdriver because it's easier to get in there. And let me see if I can show you So there are two screws, sorry, well there's 4 screws in total. There's 2 attached to the back of the van. So one there and one this side, and there's 2 into the lid of the fridge, which is one here and one here. And obviously it's the same on that side. So there is also a strut attached to the side, which you can see just here. And I can't seem to find the tool to the right size Allen key or bolt or a tool to take that off, so I'm going to have to do it with it still attached by that. But I would really suggest, if you can, to take that off, and then you can lift the whole fridge lid out and it'll be a lot easier. But unfortunately I can't, so I'm going to have to do it the best way I can. So let me just now very simple. I'm not going to film this bit because it is straightforward. I'm just going to undo 4 screws, which will then bring the lid away from the fridge itself. So, okay, so the fridge is now off the back. What I have realised is that you can get to another screw on the side of the hinge, on the side of the strut on this side, and it looks like a normal screw. But I've come this far like this, so I am just going to change the hinges now. So let me just grab the camera. So you can now see that hopefully this is relatively clear, that there is a screw, a bolt here, there's one that side, and there is also the same at this end. Hopefully you can see that, really straightforward. So that's off now, so it's now just a case of, where's my little screwdriver? Here. So I've only got to take this side off, the back side, because that's the one that's broken. I have the hinges. And it should just be a case, I hope, of unscrewing one and then put the other one on, remembering which way round it went. But there is a word of warning that I've read somewhere, that if you tighten the screws up into the fridge lid too much, you could shear them or ruin the thread. And my concern is I've done that, because when I was driving, when I opened it the other day, I put all the screws back on again to hold it in place, but one was loose, one had come out. So I'm really hoping that I didn't do it up tight enough, in fear of threading the screws in the hole, and it hasn't threaded the screws in the hole. So we're about to find out. Hopefully I've not ruined our fridge, because I think they're quite expensive. So just bear with me while I... Okay, so here's the culprit, and you may be able to see that there, the top bit this side has snapped off, if that makes sense. Hopefully you can see that. So the new one should have, well, it has got 2 bits on. So I've got the new one here, and they do look pretty much like there's no difference. So we're just gonna screw it back on. Simple. 2 screws in there, 2 screws at the bottom, and then that will hopefully do the job. Okay, so just leave that with me while I get this screwed in. Right, so it's gone back in again. Luckily it doesn't look like I have sheared off the thread, because it's screwed in nice and tight, but I haven't over tightened it, so I've been really careful not to really screw it in, but done up as tight as I dare. It's not wiggling. The hinge looks firm. Let me show you. New hinges held firm, if I can get it to focus. 2 screws held in nice and tight. Held in nice and tight, and so it's now just a case of trying to put the fridge lid back in, and then get those 4 screws, 2 at each end, 2 on each side, 2 on each hinge, to attach it back to the back to the top of the fridge. So the fridge lid's back over. It's now just a case of trying to get the screws or the bolts back into these hinges to attach it back to the fridge at the back. So sounds simple enough. Two done, 2 to go. Well, this is proving a little awkward. Well, this is proving a little tricky, so I needed to just move the camera. Let me try again. One more screw to go, but it is the hardest one, right in the corner. So the hole's all lined up, so it should be straightforward enough. Finding it a little bit easier to do that. If you can see that, that may not be clear. Try and do that, and then start it by hand. I say I'm going to find it easier, that's what I'm going to try now. Oh, screwdriver stuck. I think I've done it. Okay, so, oh actually, I say I think I've done it. Let me... the moment of truth. Right, that looks pretty good. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So if anyone that follows this channel regularly, you'll know I don't do anything like this. I'm rubbish at things like this, but that was pretty straightforward. I would definitely recommend though, if you have to do it. So it feels like it's rubbing, but it isn't. Try and take this off, because it will make you getting this, particularly this corner screw in, so much easier. So take the strut off if you can. If you can't, it is doable. The only thing I found was that the let me see if I can get this on the screen. I'm going to get my eyes out of the way so it doesn't focus on me. This bit here got in the way. So if you've got something that's a little bit thinner, if you don't want to take the strut off, then you'll have a much easier job, but it wasn't difficult even with the strut on. Let me I should have done that at the start probably. So that's it, how to replace the hinges on a VW California fridge lid and get them a lot cheaper from the company. I'll put their link in the description. No affiliation, I don't get anything for it. It's just if someone finds it useful and you solve a problem by watching this video, come on our travels with us, give me a thumbs up. Other people get to see the video if it's useful, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.